All right, we're back. And this time it's really been a long time. I think a couple of months, half a year, maybe more, since I last reported. But we got something big for you lined up right now, right here, right now. I'll just grab the rest of my stuff and then we'll get going. Let me figure this out real quick. Got some snacks, some drink, and the keys. Okay. See if she runs. She does. So, I'm in my convertible, and we're driving somewhere. Driving somewhere a little bit more far away. And yeah, but I'll meet up with some friends in like an hour. And yeah, so I have to get going and talk to you more when I've met up with my friends.
1 hour later.
Okay, so we're at the meeting point, Shell gas station. Got my convertible here. Got Ollie with his E30 that actually has UV now. That's been a new part, like for the last couple of years. This car was in work and that didn't have any tube. And we got Max with his Golf. So yeah, we're going to the GTI Wörthersee Meet, and we only bought one Golf. I guess that's a good point. But yeah. So we just checked the cars, filled up the tires with some pressure, and yeah, gonna get going now. Got about 5 hours to drive, and yeah, weather's not looking too good. We just had our first stop about 10 minutes after we started driving, because the oil lamp started lighting up on the E30, but I think we are fine. Just checked it out. Maybe the sensor is a little bit faulty. So yeah, we're driving to the Wörthersee, at least attempting to. So let's see. I think when I get to the autobahn and we have a little bit of a like more even stretch, I'll explain it to you a little bit about the Wörthersee and why we are going there. So yeah, see you then. So, weather ain't so good. We have arrived in Austria. Still have a little more to go to our final destination. But it's raining pretty heavily. So, yeah, that's not that good. Yeah, and I wanted to talk about a little bit about, like, what the Wörthersee is, if you don't know. Which you probably do, because Wörthersee is very well known. Basically, a long time ago, a couple of VW guys and fans started meeting around the very beautiful lake Wörthersee in Austria. And that meet grew and grew and grew until even like officially VW showed up, and the meet actually had some like weight to it. There was manufacturers, tuning companies, and all that stuff showing up. It used to be only VW, then also Mercedes and Porsche and BMW and like, all the other guys showed up. And yeah, used to be a pretty cool time and pretty fun time. And well, a little bit into that, when the meet got very big, people started doing stupid shit, like doing burnouts, racing in cities, drifting around and all that stuff. And essentially the people around the Wörthersee that actually live there, they decided that they've had enough. There were accidents, there was noise complaints, all that stuff. And eventually they just like had so strict regulations and police authority all around the lake that essentially you just could not go there anymore. And they even have the authority, the police in Austria, that if you like overdo it and like do racing and all that stuff, they can take away your car. So yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, was a pretty good argument for most of the people to stop coming there. Then the meet got shut down, everything went away, and suddenly the people that lived there, the hotels, the restaurants and all that stuff, they realized that a lot of revenue went down the road with the tuning people not showing up twice a year for a long time. Because usually like around now when it's Father's Day and a long weekend, people came here for like 1 week, 2 weeks, even 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, a lot of revenue for all those tourist places, well, went down a lot. And then they noticed, yeah, well, if they can't get any more revenue from the tourists, especially the tuning tourists that showed up, their businesses are struggling. And yeah, now it's supposed to be a little bit back alive again. Still no official meet though. So there's no official no official VW like location or anything. But supposedly there's still some automotive and car enthusiasts down here, as well as we are driving down here. So we will take a look and see how many people actually show up nowadays. Because I think the official meet has been cancelled for 3 or 4 years now. Yeah, well. And I've been here before actually with the same car, 2022, 4 years ago, and it was pretty cool back then. But yeah, we will see how the current situation actually is. Yeah, and another story that actually happened when we were on the way here, we had a little break at a gas station that was really crowded because, well, it's Father's Day, we got a long weekend with a national holiday and all that stuff. So a lot of people are driving down to Austria to do some hiking and mountain biking and all that stuff, or to look at cars. And essentially, I parked my car in a pretty crowded spot on the gas station, next to some guy with his motorcycle and his girlfriend, wife, whatever. And they wanted to, well, get out of the parking spot, and they fell over, and their motorcycle just well, scratched my car. So yeah, but the guy, I have to say, the guy was really nice. He was really like easy to handle. We just talked about it, exchanged numbers and license plates and all that stuff, and we will let insurance handle the rest. So there was no discussion, no like argument or anything. So the guy was pretty nice and pretty chill. So yeah, I think it's obviously I'm not happy about it, but it could have gotten a lot worse. For example, if they just took off and didn't tell anyone or anything, the process would be way harder. And I guess now when I get back, I have to ring up my body shop and tell them that they have to fix my car and have to pay like the payment will be coming from the insurance from that guy. So should not be a big issue. Obviously, as I said, I'm not really happy about it. I guess nobody is about getting their car damaged. But yeah, I guess it could have gotten could have been a lot worse to handle. And yeah, that happened. So the car already damaged, which yeah. Kind of speaks for the same day, like for the same thing as the weather does today, because the weather is not good. The car is already like scratched and banged up. Yeah, not as much of a good start as I would hope. But yeah, let's see. We still have a couple more kilometers to drive through the very nice landscape and weather. Hopefully you can actually just hear me. And yeah, I'll report back as soon as we arrive and actually have something to show. So weather ain't so good. Jesus Christ. So the rain stopped and turned into snow. Amazing. Later that day we arrived at our Airbnb where we stayed. We went for something to eat in the night and basically that was it. So yeah, on that day nothing spectacular happened after we arrived. But Forza Horizon 6 released and we had an Xbox with us. So yeah, we set up the Xbox because it was raining and a thunderstorm was going on, and we just hung out at the Airbnb and got our car addiction satisfied with some gameplay. And the next day the weather looked a little bit better for now. Okay, so we're on our way around the Wörthersee. We just went through Reifnitz, where the GTI memorial stands, and around there is pretty crowded. Like a lot of cars, a lot of beautiful cars, but no chance to park there anytime soon. Like that would cost us at least a couple of hours just to find a proper parking spot. So we decided we will move on to the next stop, and then we'll try our luck getting back here again, which is the Turbokurve around the Wörthersee. It's like a little more than half an hour from here. Hopefully it's not that crowded there, but we will see. But as you can see, there's a lot of GTIs and Audis and all that stuff rolling around. Nice wheels, all very low. And on every spot where you can park, there's just like cars sitting around. That's damn cool. So we're now on our way backwards. We just went to the the frame, the wooden frame that's at the Wörthersee, where we did our pictures, where everybody does their pictures because it's just a cool spot. And now we're driving back, and as you can see, from Ferraris to Golfs to BMWs, there's everything here. And it's full, it's so crowded, which is actually like amazing to see, because we didn't expect it to be here. Okay, squeezing through the tight ropes. Hopefully not a forest, because we just went through a forest, or basically stopped going through the forest because the road was not drivable with our cars. Way too many potholes, no actual road there, so yeah. Google Maps tried to kill our cars, but we didn't let it. We didn't let it. The good thing is there's some cars coming our way, so I guess we're not that far off. Jesus Christ. But the roads are very narrow. Okay. Polo G40. Man, we got all the cars here. We got my friends. Okay, I have to wait for them. This usually is one of the hotspots as well. Like this is where everybody stands around and waits for the cars to pass by, especially in that crossing, because then the people like hit the gas really hard when they come out there, and sometimes they even do a little, you know. usual. But yeah, as I was saying, it's actually insane, like how much people turn up with their cars, with like expensive, rare stuff, despite it being such terrible weather. Well, we are here as well, so I guess that's fine. I guess it's understandable. I have to wait for my friends. Okay. But still, it's like I'm still amazed on how many people turn up, because the weather is terrible. It's not raining as much right now, but like half an hour ago, the weather was horrible. It rained so much you couldn't see for like a few meters in front of you. So yeah, still it's like every gas station, all the hot spots, cars everywhere, and like also the cars passing us everywhere in the parking lots, from the hotels, from the buildings. Everywhere is like cool, rare cars or tuned cars. So yeah, that's actually like interesting to see, and I'm glad. And for now, like for what I've seen right now, that there is not like there hasn't been any traffic violations or anything like that. There hasn't been any burnouts or stupid stuff or anything. There was a few very loud cars and some like pops and bangs and stuff, like really loud bangs, but other than that was pretty like well behaved for what this used to be. So yeah, seems like people made out with each other, like they made it up. They because there was the issue of the people living here and being annoyed with the noise and the cars and the traffic violations, burnouts and all that stuff, which I get. That sucks, especially if it's like for a month or longer than a month, which it was a couple of years ago, and now it's not. And yeah, but they shut it down completely. There was no Wörthersee Meet at all. So people stopped coming, and well then, as I said before, and I don't know if it already made it in the video or not, but I'm gonna tell it again. The hotel industry, the restaurants, the gas stations, everything had a real income deficit because of that. Because so many people are showing up for the Wörthersee Meet and spending their money. And yeah, people started to notice as soon as they didn't come, well, a lot of their revenue went down the drain. And then there was special offers at the hotels and stuff, like you come here for the GTI Wörthersee Meet, and you'll get a discount, and yeah, you'll get a good hotel room with a discount and all that stuff. So it's interesting because I think now the people around here have adjusted to, okay, we need them to have the income, to like have a very active tourism. And the other way around, the car enthusiasts, they realized, okay, we have to like calm down a little bit, at least from what I've seen. We have to calm down a little bit, keep it cool, keep it clean. And as long as as both of them get along, I guess it's a really cool thing. And the only thing is that the weather currently sucks, but I guess that's something that neither of them can influence. So yeah, I think it's interesting to see, and I think it's good that both communities have like found a middle ground, because that's important. And both can profit from that. So that's the best part about it. If it all goes well, and well, there's no downside for either of them with getting their car like yeah put away and remove the license plates and all that stuff. Same as people not crashing into houses and not doing burnouts all night. stuff. I think there's a nice middle ground to be had, where we just come here, drive around legally, and meet up at spots and look at cars and enjoy everything without annoying the people living here too much. So yeah, I think it's cool to see that it's still alive and it's still kicking, and it's not as disastrous as it used to be. So yeah, right now we are driving to Reifnitz, where we drove through earlier with all the people standing there. We couldn't get a parking spot, but now as it started to rain, we have to pass through there anyway. But we also think we might have a chance at getting a parking spot now. So yeah, I guess that's worth taking a shot at it. That's a damn low RS4B5, right? Yeah. But yeah, as you can see, like all the cars, like not all of them, but most of the cars coming towards us are like tuner cars or enthusiast cars and stuff. So it's really cool to see, and people from all around the world are here. Mostly Europe, but I guess all around the world. Because I've seen license plates, obviously from like Romania and the Netherlands, UK, and all the usual suspects, I would say. That also show up for Car Friday and stuff at the Nürburgring. But I've also seen, like at least on some posts, people from America and stuff coming here just to take a look. And usually, if the weather's nice, it's actually really, really beautiful here. Because right next to us is the lake. I think you might sometimes see it. And yeah, if the sun's shining, the weather's nice, you can go eat an ice cream, drive around the lake, and you drive around slow. Like we're doing 50 kilometers an hour, which is the legal speed like allowed here. And it's more than enough. It's just cruising. It's cruising around the lake from hotspot to hotspot to just go there and look at cars. That's usually what it's about, or what it used to be about. And then it turned into burnouts, drifts, and all that stuff. But yeah. We are 6.3. Another RS6, that's really low.
A few minutes later, we made our way to the parking spot at Reifnitz, so we actually found one. And yeah, we started walking along the street and looking at all the cars and stuff. And yeah, I decided to leave those sections more or less unedited to just catch the vibe and the sound and the feeling of all the stuff going on there. Even though the weather was so, well, terrible. So yeah, this will be a little bit more of a raw section, let's call it that. And yeah, I hope you enjoy.
Das sind die, wo es Kinder heute fahren würde.
Was ist denn die? Oh ja, Equip. Echt schöne Equip-Felgen.
I've looked at car off this thing from you, mate. Yeah. Damn, mate.
this is something beautiful.
After we were finished looking at the stuff in Reifnitz, we went up to the Pyramidenkogel, which is like a big sightseeing platform where you usually see a lot of the lake and of the villages around the lake. But because of the weather, well, vision was a little bit obscured, so yeah, we didn't stay there for too long. But there still was a lot of cars there, and yeah, after that we went back to the Airbnb and to a restaurant and had some dinner. And basically that was our day. It started raining again really heavily in the evening, and then we move on to the last day, which basically is just us leaving.
You can actually see the mountain today. Cleared up a little bit. Weather seemed a little better. So yeah, this is the Golf, the two BMWs over there. This was our location, and it's Saturday now, and we just woke up, had to leave early, a little bit early, and gonna get something for breakfast, and then we'll see where the road takes us. I don't know if we're driving home on the straight from here, or if we stop something on somewhere on the way, take a look at some cars some more maybe for a couple of hours at least, and then we'll be heading back home. Of course, now that it's not raining anymore, there's no reason for us to be here. So yeah, let's see how the day goes.
So because the weather was pretty nice the rest of the day, we decided to just drive back home and not stand outside because if it's not raining, what are we doing there? But that concludes the Wörthersee trip of this year. Hopefully there'll be a lot more stuff that we do this year and a lot more stuff to film. As I said, it's been a long time since I recorded, but it's still something I like to do, and I hope you still like watching it. So yeah, see you in the next one.